Viva la vida, guys and girls. Okay, this video just it's gonna be a quick video because I gotta finish this car. I'll show you guys how to change the oil pan gasket as well as the oil pump gaskets and seals. It's not as easy as it is on other cars, but it's not too difficult either. First thing, you have to remove the engine support mounts because you're gonna have to lift up the engine. Okay, I'll show you why that's necessary. Gotta go really quick. There's the oil pan there, already removed. There's the oil pickup there, screen. So see that they have the by the way, it's a 1961 Thunderbird. And you'll see that you see this engine frame here, remember? Part of the frame here, it impedes, it doesn't let you remove the oil pan, it gets in the way. So that's the problem. That's why you gotta remove the engine. Sorry, not remove, just lift the engine. And right there, that's the where the engine mount is. And you'll have to remove the bolts right off. You won't be able to get away with just loosening them up. And then after you do that, you might have to crank the engine a few times to clear, to get it to the so that the crankshaft is in a place where you can remove the oil pan. This is how I lift up the engine through the put a block of wood there and a jack on the front pulley here. It's a solid pulley. You might not be able to do this in other cars. Some cars have steel, like sheet steel pulleys, and they'll get crushed if you do this. On the 61 Thunderbird, it's the cast iron, so it won't do a thing to it. Once you do that, the pan won't come off yet. You'll just have enough space to remove these two bolts that disconnect the pump from the oil pump here. The oil pump, as you can see, it's inside the oil pan. A lot of cars, the oil pump is outside. You have access to it from the outside. Here they put it inside the crankshaft. Sorry, not crankshaft. The crankcase. Pardon me. So that's what we have. You loosen those two bolts there. And this part, because you have to remove this part here, the oil pickup. Okay, because this catches, this doesn't let the oil pan come out, so that's why you got to remove it. And you know, I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to go ahead, remove these other two bolts that connect the oil pump. And we'll change some gaskets. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well. When you're lifting the engine, guys, it's vital. I almost forgot to mention this. It's vital that you check the clearance here on the fan right here. If you push it up too far, you'll crush, you'll damage the fan or this housing here. I mean, if you really want to, you might just even remove these 8 bolts here that hold this little fan protection cover here. Just remove those, or if not, you know, you won't pull it up. You don't have to pull it enough, like so that it hits here. So, but just keep an eye out for the clearance here. You don't want to fuck up the fan or whatever here. So, okay, there we have it. The bolts that go here, they're half inch. And there is a gasket here, and as you can see, this gasket is worn out. So I imagine the guy was having some good, might have some oil issues, right? It's not good because, you know, if this gasket is bad, here's the oil pump, right? Let's say the oil pump is here. The oil pump is sucking oil. Now, if this gasket is broken, then it's going to be sucking air here, especially if you have low oil. Okay, instead of sucking from here, it's going to suck through here, which is a lot of times just air. So that's certainly not good. The pump bolts are 9/16. Right, this is funny. See this rod here? So it looks like this rod is what drives the oil pump. Not really nice at all. In most of the cars I've seen, the oil pump is driven directly by the crankshaft. Yeah, now watch what happens. I'll show you guys how you can test an oil pump. Once we turn this, it should pump oil. There you go, you see? Oil is coming in through here. Hang on, let me just... fill everything up with oil here. So, here's how you can test an oil pump. I might have to do this with one hand. Hang on. I gotta hurry this along. Here's the intake. Here's where it goes to. Here's where it comes from. So as I turn this rod here, it's turning the it's pumping oil there. So turn it the other way, it should come out here instead of there. There you have it. Let's pump some of that out. change it, let me just see what gaskets we got. And the car, this T-Bird only has a few thousand miles, so maybe we should just leave it alone. These classic cars, you don't really have to fix what's not broken. Alright, we'll clean it up. Looks like this is the gasket set for it. Gasket at the top is fine. These gaskets here seem to have been completely worn out. Dump some gasoline on it so I don't have to work on all this oil. Just give me a few seconds. Pump seems to be working fine. This gasket here is kind of damaged. This gasket here would go inside. And it would go here. But I'm thinking of just let's just replace these two. The ones inside should be fine. So we're not going to open this up. But if you really want to, this would be the time. Scrape that off. wire wheel this. Relatively soft wheel, not a really coarse one. Does that look clean? Clean or what? Now, when you're putting the pump back, it's vital that you put this thing back. If this is somehow worn out or, you know, disconnected, the pump won't work and you'll fuck up the engine. Could put some tape at the end here to make sure it remains clean.